हरे कृष्ण। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो पादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम। हरे कृष्णा. So I welcome all of you for our Prabhupada Purport discussion. This is one of the important shlokas of Bhagavatam, and also I also like this shloka so much. These two shlokas, because they are talking about the explaining the 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam. Sri Sukha Vacha. Before that, just 2 3 points about Vrindavan. So, I say somebody want to enter into Vrindavan or stay in Vrindavan. The most important qualification is that they should uh, be able to completely depend on Lord. So that is the most important thing. What happens is we make our own plans, but Vrindavan is beyond plans. And then only it is possible. Say, I should learn to depend on Krishna more and more. I should learn to depend. So that type of so simplicity that Krishna will take care of me in all situations is actually what is the qualification. The simplicity of heart. And the one like Radharani's mother, she is ready to embrace us when we go there. But when we go, we make our own arrangement. So that is the on the name of being practical. We have to be practical. We cannot just give trouble to the Lord. But Vrindavan is not like it is beyond logic, beyond any material arrangement, any material all these situations. But then only we'll be able to enter. Like uh, to the degree we are unassuming, and it's not that we are irresponsible, but we are more absorbed in Krishna, and then Krishna let him take care of us. We should not be so much worried about how will I eat, what will I sleep. That will be there. But more important is how much I am doing service to the Lord. That should be our thought process all the time. Then we can enter into Vrindavan. That we have to always meditate. What service I did for Radha Krishna today? What did I do? So anything we did, most of the time we'll see it is connected to me. Even we make bhoga also. We know what I eat, that bhoga Krishna will get. So slowly, we have to cultivate this heart where I am exclusively uh, depending on Krishna only, and I want to do only for him. Then our heart will be stolen in Vrindavan. People write in T-shirt. Of course, this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Moraman, Vrindavan. My heart is Vrindavan. So that is very much possible if somebody is always meditating on what service I did for the Lord today. So that is the meditation we all should have all the time. So this is uh, very much important to uh, understand. Of course, many things are there, but there are so many exalted devotees whom we don't know. That is the speciality. We have to search to get them. Like is always Banaswami Maharaj. If he gives class, you'll get one digit number people attending. They don't know how exalted many people. It's very difficult. There are devotees like that who are so unassuming. And whatever books we are reading, no, it's all his translations only. Afternoon books, evening books. Can you imagine how much he must be knowing? How much he is doing service? But they're so unassuming, and that's how the great devotees are. Some devotees, out of preaching, they come out. That's why we find some great Vaishnavas who are gurus and all. They also want to be like that only, but as a service to Prabhupada, they come out and they show, okay, this is there. But as such, they are not at all interested because that is not Vrindavan. Vrindavan is, you don't want anybody to know about you. You want to just serve Radha and Krishna. Nothing to do with anything. Any devotee comes, I want to serve. So anybody glorifies you, it is really very painful. Why this person is speaking about me? They really feel painful about it. So this is how known is. Anyway, so we'll just, because this is a big topic and we have very less time, I'll take the topic some other discussion we'll have, but we will discuss this part of 10 topics of Bhagavatam. Of course, I am doing this in a very great detail in our Saturday morning sessions 9 to 10:30, but here I'll just briefly tell. Visuko vacha atra sarga visargasya dhanam poshanamudaya manvantareshanakata nirodha muktirashraya. Sukadeva Goswami said in the Srimad Bhagavatam there are 10 divisions of statements regarding the following: the creation of the universe, subcreation, planetary system, protection of the Lord, protection by the Lord, creative impetus, the change of Manus, the science of God, returning home back to God and liberation, and Samambonam. And next sloka is also very important. Which says Dashamasya Vishuddhartam Navanam Ihalakshanam Varnayanti Mahatmana Shrutena Arthena Chanjasa. Says that to isolate the transcendence of Samam Bonam, the symptoms of rest are described sometimes by Vedic evidence, sometimes by direct explanation, and sometimes by summary explanations given by the great sages. And so this is the very important also. Dashamasya Vishuddhartam Navanam Ihalakshanam. So we have a very elaborate discussion on this, but still I'll again not as a revision for all of you. I'll just share the screen because we still have time. Because by the time Proji completes 10th chapter, we can slowly go. We'll also do the second canto along with Proji. So the 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam, because the Puranas usually contain 5 themes: Sarga, Visarga, Sthanam. Sarga is creation, secondary creation, Manvantara, Ishanukata, and Mukti. So these are the 5 topics of Puranas. And whereas Srimad Bhagavatam has 10 topics. And the 10th topic is what we all have to learn. So we discuss how creation, this is the most important part of and how these are indicating the 10 topics. That is what was our discussion previously, that how these 9 topics are indicating the 10th topic. Because Bhagavatam is talking about absolute Satyam Param Dhimahi. So that Parama Satyam is what is the 10th topic, Ashraya. Yata Yena Yasmin Yito Vai Imani Bhutani Jayanti. So this is Shetarsha Upanishad, which is explaining this point. So creation is permanent destruction, which determines what is it has beginning and all. So this we have elaborately discussed. So I'll just tell this is creation. How creation is indicating the 10th topic. So this second shloka which we discussed, na, what Dashamasya Vishuddhartam Navanamiha Lakshanam. I'll just show the shloka to make you understand. So this shloka we are discussing basically. So Dashamasya Vishuddhartam Navanamiha Lakshanam. So to isolate The transcendence of Samabonam. The symptoms of rest are described sometimes by Vedic evidence, sometimes by direct explanation, sometimes by summary explanation given by great sages. So, to explain this Samambonam, Dashamasya, this is Ashraya. All other Navana Mihalakshanam, all other uh, nine topics are there to indicate this 10th topic, and how they are indicated. Shrutena Arthena Chanjasa. By Shrutena means direct evidence, Arthena means Vedic evidence, and Arthena means direct explanations. So one is like you get prayers in Bhagavatam, right? And then there is also we have stories. So these are Shrutena means directly prayers and all. Arthena means there is some pastimes that are explained. So in that way, we have both the things are there. By both ways, the absolute truth is explained. Dashamasya Vishuddhartham Navanam. So now we are trying to understand this how all these nine topics are indicating the 10th topic. That is our point of discussion. I'll just briefly take you through it. And here we have seen that how this creation is indicating that it is indicating the Supreme Lord, because when we see everything uh, that is originated is having is hidden under some falsity. That means there is Mahat Tattva, there is Sutra Tattva, there is Ahankar Tattva, and behind that, then there is Supreme Lord who created all these things. So all these things are based on this Ahankara defect. And that's why we want to know the higher state of consciousness. We have to go beyond this material creation. So that means the refuge which we have is outside this creation, that is Sarga. That is the first point. That how creation is indicating that we have to go beyond this creation, because this creation meant to entangle me. I just have to go beyond it. So that's how we understand that the Ashriya for me, the living entity, the soul, which is meant to be free, it is entangled here. So if I take shelter, I should take shelter outside. Then there is secondary creation, which is all these things. No, no, this is we have discussed Saturday. So I'm just taking the main points only. So Visarga, the secondary creator is Brahma, and he is taking the ingredients that are given by the Lord, and is further creating. And now, what basis he is creating? Of course, why he created three reasons is first to the reason is enjoyment. We want to enjoy in this material. Second is for liberation, but the third important is to acquire love of God. Now here the important point is here everything is happens by the will of Lord. That is what is understood. So this is the will of Lord. So Brahma is creating or Prajapati is creating, but everything is doing is actually directed by Lord. It is His will that is happening here. And that means what? We have to understand He is the root of all the things that are happening. The presence of body is a presence of Lord in the body is the root cause of this body. That means it is the ashray. We are dependent on Him. So He is the ashray. That understanding we come when we read secondary creation, understanding secondary creations. Then there is Thanam. So we are created, Lord created main ingredients and Brahma used and he gave the bodies for all living entities. And then we have Sthanam, where we are staying. So the position is based on consciousness. That is also another understanding. So our position in this material world is what consciousness I am. So if I am having highest consciousness, possible consciousness, then I am in the spiritual world. So Vrindavan is not just a geographical location. There is geographical location, but we all can stay in Vrindavan all the time by developing that highest level of consciousness. What is that? To by uh, by completely depending on Lord and trying to do something for Him all the time. The consciousness should be what I am doing for the Lord today. What should I do for the Lord? How should I do? So this is what is needed. So the point is Here, when it is explained sthanam, it is called Sthitir Vaikunta Vijayat. That means the highest thing is Vaikunta Vijayat. This is now uh, Vaikunta Vijaya means that Lord uh, Lord existed before and he will always existed. We have to reach there. So now uh, the places in this world also it means that the our the boundaries of this creation are properly defined. We cannot just change. Like I cannot go to moon planet by using some mechanical means. People are trying to go, but it is not possible to enter because that's a different realm of consciousness. So by understanding this, then I will aspire to go to the highest realm of consciousness by knowing that everything, the position is based on consciousness. If I am developing a consciousness of animal, I'll enter into animal kingdom. If I am developing consciousness of a demonic mentality, then I will enter into demonic planets. I'll become a demon. It is not that okay, I am cheating people and I'm enjoying. I am getting so many facilities. I'm enjoying. I have so much luxury. I have so much this. That does not matter. Arre, what type of consciousness you are maintaining now will determine your next birth. So if I have even if you have luxury, you have comforts, you are very small, you are poverty stricken. But in that case, we have to work on our consciousness to determine the next. Okay, I am very comfortable. I have very luxurious life. Even if you want to maintain it, you have to maintain a good consciousness so that next life it will continue with you. You have to live a godly life, selfless life, sacrifices, charity, all these penances. These are needed. You want to maintain that luxury also. That's the point. So point is how people are developing consciousness. Why we are against the social media or entertainment industry is basically it is spoiling the consciousness of the living entity and they are getting degraded. That's why we speak against them. We are not having any problem that they are making money and they are enjoying a luxurious life. They are doing some nice entertainment and all. We are not out of envy. We are talking to them. We are concerned that array, you are degrading your consciousness. You will enter into animal kingdom. But if you have elevated your consciousness, you will go into higher realms. That's what is the problem. So here there are permanent boundaries, not just geographically. Geographically also there are permanent boundaries. The oceans and seas don't come under land, but there is something higher. So that is how we understand that oh, there is highest level of consciousness, and what is that? That is with Krishna. So Lord has specifically created this in such a way that people can fulfill their desires by enjoying a certain way. At the same time, they can get confused and eventually try to seek liberation or try to practice devotional service. So in that way, people come to the highest realm and that they understand. So Vaikunta Vijaya means who can free us from all sufferings. That's why Lord is Vaikunta Vijaya. And then there is Poshanam. Poshanam is mercy. Tad anugraha. Because anything that is maintained, okay, I have place to stay, I have got a body, but who maintains it? That is also Lord only. That is also Krishna only. So all these things are indicating Krishna. Ultimately, we have to understand by reading all these 10 topics, we have to come to the point of Krishna only. Poshanam is Tadanugraha. Lord is maintaining us, Krishna is maintaining. That is what is understood. And then I want to complete all 10 topics, 9 topics today. So I'll go little fast. And you want anybody elaboration? Then they can meet on Saturdays. We are elaborating on. This is very important. Uti is called karma vasana. Like any activity I am doing is based on the karma I have acquired. That's how, that's what is deciding. The karma vasana is the impetus for activity. Now I am in Rajoguna. Based on my sanskaras, the Rajoguna is prominent. On Kali Yuga, most of the people they are all affected by Tamoguna and Rajoguna only. Hardly there is Sattuguna in Kali Yuga. Not possible only. Even the Bhakti Gamas, even the sattvic foods are also tamasic and rajasic only. There is no sattvic food remaining because they are made with chemicals and they use mechanical means and also it's all tamasic. But still, whatever mm, best of the bad bargain, we'll try to do and try to maintain ourselves. And we have one hope is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His mercy is what we are all surviving. We are able to sit and discuss Bhagavatam. It's all because of mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and because of Srila Prabhupada. Otherwise, there is no hope for living entities, especially in Kali Yuga. So there is that's a great mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why he's Namo Mahavadanyaya. So very special avatar. But this is now how we are understanding. So this is what is the impetus for our activities. Impetus for activities in Kali Yuga are all very dangerous, and we can see what is happening. How much people are degrading more and more and more and more. They are eating everything now. They can do any type of things. They do all weird things, all which cannot, which the people in previous ages cannot even imagine in the wildest dreams. Kaliuga people, it is very normal. They do it so, uh, and nowadays people, at least previously, people are little surprised or concerned, but now nobody cares. Like when we were in school, if any news come of some things, it's a big issue, whole school will discuss. Now it becomes so common, every day it comes such news. People, they don't even bother about it. And the newspapers, they want more and more controversy, all nonsense, because we have access all over the world and everything comes into the mobile, and it's not actually that much information is not needed, but somehow Kaliuga. Anyways, so the point here, karma vasana is impetus for activities. And so here how it is connected is Sukadeva Goswami also, how to achieve ashraya. How do we achieve it? When we are fully engrossed in all these emotions, like uh, if you are in vicious cycle of karma, only to the method of sadhu sangha. Yeah, so the most important point of this karma vasana, how do we get this karma vasana, is because of association. And now what we have to do, we have to change our association. That's all. Solution is very simple. You get sadhu sangha, you're out. And then there is manvantara. Manvantara basically is the rules and regulations. Manvantarani Shraddhara. Sadharma. Manvantara is actually sadharma. Sadharma means establishing the dharma here, and that is possible. And then what happens is Sadharma means the highest dharma is what? Devotional service. That is eternal dharma. The highest dharma is eternal dharma. What is eternal dharma? Jivera Swarupai Krishnera Nityada. So practicing the highest dharma. Then comes Ishanukata. Ishanukata means now when some person practices dharma nicely, when a person practices rules and regulations nicely, then he comes to the next level called Ishanukata, where he is able to understand the pastimes of Lord in a proper way. So in that way, and Ishanukata, it is also indicating Krishna, because ultimately, Ete Cham Sakala Pumsam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. And then comes, we have two more topics, which is called this is Ishanukata, and then Nirodha and Mukti. Nirodha means destruction. It is the end of everything. So how it is connected to Krishna? Because when Lord sleeps, everything sleeps. That means everything is dependent on him. Mahavishnu is sleeping. That's all. Creation ends. He gets so much bored with all the living entities. They are doing all nonsense. He says, "Okay, let me take rest for some time." He takes rest and finish. The creation is closed. Again, he feels, okay, let me open and see, we can create something more. And again, he opens his eyes and he exhales, and all the universes are created. So that means how much the destruction is all dependent on Krishna. And then we see the last topic, which is Mukti. Muktir hitva anyata rupam swarupena vivastiti. Mukti is what? Swarupena vivastiti. We have to be situated in our swarupa. And what is the swarupa? Nivera swarupa Krishnera nityada. So that is also giving a proper connection to the 10th topic, Ashraya. So in that way, we see that everything, all the 9 topics are Dashamasya Vishuddhartham Navanam Ihalakshanam. So all the 9 topics are indicating the 10th topic only, ultimately. So this is what is to be understood. That their their explanation directly and indirectly are indicating Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ete chamsa pulapamsam Krishnastu Bhagavansam. So Krishna is the Supreme Lord. This is how we need to understand the truths of this world. It's not that we are this is where we why we claim that only Gaudiya Vaishnavas understand Bhagavatam properly. No other sampradayas. It looks like we are quite very fundamentalist, or we may be little fanatic. But if you see, this is how Bhagavatam is indicating also. This shloka is very, very clearly indicating. If you read Bhagavatam, then you should understand Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. And this shloka is so clear. The Samasya Vishuddhanam Navanam. And what is Ashraya? And Krishna is the Ashraya. No other form of Lord also. It is Krishna is only Ashraya. Other people, when they read Bhagavatam, they read other Puranas, they read Bhagavatam also, and then they live and they continue with their other studies and they worship other forms of the Lord. But one who reads Bhagavatam, he can clearly understand, at least even if they worship other form, but they should acknowledge that, oh, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That understanding, of course, they will not get. But this is very, very clear indication for all of us, and it should give us so much faith. Yes, Bhagavatam is talking about only one subject. And this is very important point. We all have to remember that if a book is talking about many subjects, then it is not a good book. There is book means there should be only one subject, and all Bhagavatam is talking only one subject, that is Krishna only. That's all. No other topic. All other topics, what they are seeing, is only indicating one topic, that is Krishna only. All 9 topics that are given in any all the cantos are indicating only one subject, that is Parama Satyam. And that is who? That is Ashraya. That is Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. And that is Akila Rasamritamurti. That is the difference. When Vyasa Maharshi, why he was despondent, Narada said, Are you didn't write about Krishna? Vyasa Maharshi can object. Are what I didn't write about Krishna? I wrote Krishna in all the Puranas, all the pastimes. The whole Vishnu Purana is about all the pastimes of 10th canto are there in Vishnu Purana also. Padma Purana is having so many pastimes of Krishna. Whole Mahabharata is actually showing Krishna as the hero. And beginning of Mahabharata, Vyasa Maharshi writes, one of the purpose of my writing Mahabharata is to indicate the divinity of Krishna. So Vyasa Maharshi can object where I did not write about Krishna. But the point is that Vyasa Maharshi wrote, but he didn't write Krishna as the rasa. He didn't write Krishna as the Samamboram. He didn't write Krishna as the Paramasatya. That is what he did mistake. Then again he takes all this project of writing and establishing Krishna as the Samam Krishna as the Paramasatya, Krishna as the Akhila Rasamutumuti, Krishna as Ashraya. So this is what he has done. And then he was completely satisfied. And this is actually, that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took Srimad Bhagavatam, because which is the essence of all scriptures. Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Phalam. This is a ripened fruit of all the Vedic literature, because it is indicating Ashraya, which is this is how Krishna is explained. Krishna is explained as Ashraya in Bhagavatam. Krishna is explained as Rasa in Bhagavatam, which is not there in other literatures. And this is the highest benefit. He was dissatisfied because he could not understand this. Sorry, he did not explain this concept, this way of the Supreme Lord. And that's why Bhagavatam is also the essence, and we have to read and understand. And only Gaudiya Vaishnavas, that also only if we are following. Gaudiya Vaishnavas means what? who are following under the guidance of Sarup Damodar Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami. That's all. Nobody else. If we are not followed them, we cannot understand. If somebody says, I don't follow these people, then he will never understand Bhagavatam the way it is, which exactly what Sukadeva Goswami is trying to explain to us. Okay, any questions, comments? Okay, we'll end here. We will, because this chapter, I think we have, oh, we have 50 shlokas. Okay, then we can just read 2 3 more shlokas. The elementary creation of 16 items of matter, namely the five elements fire, water, ether, air, and sky. Sorry, fire, water, earth, air, and sky. Sound, form, touch, smell. Sound, form, taste, smell, and touch. The eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, and mind is known as sarga, whereas subsequent resultant interactions of modes of mental nature is called visarga. So primary creations are Panchamahabhutas, then there is Karma, yeah, there is Jnanendriyas, and then Tanmatras, all these things there. And then there is secondary creation. In Prabhupada said, in order to explain the 10 divisions of divisional symptoms of Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 7 continuous verses. The first of these under reference pertains to the 16 elementary manifestations of earth, water, etc., with material ego composed of material intelligence and mind. The subsequent creation is a result of reactions of the above mentioned 16 energies of the first Purusha, the Mahavishnu, uh, incarnation of Govinda, as later explained by Brahmaji in the Hypnosis Brahma Samhita. Karananvajale bhajati sma yoga nidhramananta jagadanda saroma adhara shakti malambasara param samati govindam adipurusham tamaham bhajami. This is as mentioned in the previous verses. One must refer to the Vedic conclusions to understand how the creation is made possible from the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly by manifestation of his particular energies. Without such a Vedic reference, the creation appears to be product of material nature. This conclusion comes from a poor fund of knowledge. From Vedic reference, it is concluded that the origin of all energies, namely internal energy, marginal, external, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So thus, the original creation is directly from the Supreme Personality of God or Parabrahma, and the secondary creation as a reactionary result of original ingredients is made by Brahma. Thus, the activities of the whole universe are started. Okay, thank you all very much. We'll end here. Antara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.